What is up, Coaster Conquerors? It is me, Austin, and today I am back at the Disneyland Resort here with my girlfriend, Ariana, and we are visiting the original Disneyland Park here in Anaheim, California. I'm really excited to be back at this park because I think of all the Disney parks I've been to all the Disney parks in North America. This has got to be my favorite Disney park, like this park itself, Disneyland Park. I feel like it's got a lot to offer. It's a very big park. They've got so many different rides and different lands here, and it's just iconic. So I'm really looking forward to this park and riding a lot of rides here today. Are you excited to visit this park?
Very excited. Can't wait.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Let's go. Alright, now we're at Indiana Jones Adventure. This is my first time riding this in a while. It's been forever since I've ridden this. And it'll be Ariana's first time on this ride. I think it is.
Contains a chamber of destiny, where an ancient idol lured visitors with promises of gifts.
Alright, y'all, I just rode the Indiana Jones ride here at Disneyland. It's my first time riding this ride in years, like probably 11 years at least. And honestly, this is such a fun ride. One of my favorite rides at like Animal Kingdom in Florida is Dinosaur. So this obviously reminded me a lot of that, but also a lot of like Revenge of the Mummy, even though it was obviously Indiana Jones themed. I think this ride actually predates all of those rides. It was definitely a lot of fun. I love the theming. I feel like it was a bit thrilling, like the way the ride vehicle moves around its layout. It's just a really cool ride. Ariana, what'd you think about that ride?
Awesome sauce.
It sure was, yeah. What'd you like about that ride?
There's like this really big face with like fire.
Right.
I don't know what it was. It was like some mask. I don't know. It was cool. I liked all the theming.
Yeah, it definitely was, for sure. Alright, now I'm about to ride Haunted Mansion. What I actually really like about this version is that they actually have like the mansion right there that you go into, and I feel like there's not as much of that feeling at like the Magic Kingdom one. So this will be the ride I'm riding next.
Is this haunted room actually stretching? Or is it your imagination? And consider this dismaying observation. This chamber has no windows and no doors, which offers you this chilling challenge to find a way out.
Alright, now I'm in line for the classic Jungle Cruise. I know there's a lot of iconic one-liners on this ride. I mean, I've been on the one at Magic Kingdom a lot of times. So, looking forward to experiencing the Disneyland one. Alright y'all, just rode Jungle Cruise and pretty relaxing experience. A lot of corny jokes on that ride. There was an indoor like cave section on the Florida one, but this park actually lacks that. I was kind of looking forward to that part, but it's alright because the rest of the ride was alright. What did you think of that one?
Yeah, the corny jokes were a little much for me, but
A little too much.
I appreciated the fake animals even though they're not real.
Yeah, for sure. I think so too. Alright, now I'm in line for Pirates of the Caribbean. This version is very unique. I think this one came first. And it's very unique. I feel like it's a longer ride and it's got this like little section here. Alright y'all, just rode Pirates of the Caribbean and personally I prefer the one here to the Magic Kingdom one. Although we did get kind of stuck on it for a while. Like the ride stopped towards the end. It was before like the final like lift hill before the end of the ride. It's already a long ride, so that made it even longer. But that was still an enjoyable experience in my opinion. Ariana, what'd you think of that ride?
I thought it was really awesome. I've been on the Florida, I think it's the Disney World one, and
that one.
It's very nostalgic for me. I went on that as a kid, and I was just like waiting for the moment I was gonna see like the foot dangling down from the bridge, because that's the one part I like thoroughly remember.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, we did get to see that, so yeah, but that was fun for sure. All right, now we're at a really cool part of the park here. We are at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. I believe Rise is over there. I'm going to be getting a ride on Rise of the Resistance, which is one of my favorite Disney rides already. So I'm looking forward to that. But I'm glad to be in this part of the park because I really like this at Hollywood Studios. I've also been here once at Disneyland. Ariana, did you ever go to the one at Hollywood Studios or no?
I don't even remember, to be honest, but I probably will once we get on it.
Yeah, well, we're right here in Galaxy's Edge, so isn't that exciting?
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Mission for Ray. BB-8, is everyone assembled? Yeah. Good. Shouldn't you be in flight prep? Recruits, thank you for joining the cause. A covert resistance team led by my friend Finn has infiltrated a First Order Star Destroyer that is now headed to this system. Your outpost on Batu is no longer safe. We have transports waiting to take you to General Organa's secret base on Pokhara. I'll regroup with you there. The Resistance desperately needs your help in our fight against Kylo Ren and the First Order. Remember, it is vital that you keep the location of the Pokhara base secret. Lieutenant Beck, one of our top commanders, will lead you.
Affirmative. Transport is ready. 9-Num and I shall personally see them delivered.
Thank you, Lieutenant. Welcome to the cause. May the Force be with us.
Commander Poe Dameron and a squadron of X-Wings shall escort us to the rendezvous point on Pokhara.
Roger, this is Black Leader. I hear you're a fine-looking group of recruits. Well, no time to waste. Let's get you on your way to the General.
Crossing to transport.
Initiate pre-flight sequence on Deck 3 for Pokhara.
Engage repulsors and hold on, recruits. All ships, launch. I am Lieutenant Beck. As you heard from Ray, I have been tasked with getting you to Pokhara.
Red 2, Blue 5, keep tight now. Let's get ready to make that jump to light speed on my mark. What to get? Ben, I think, now.
Black Leader, we're picking up an unusual signal. Are you spotting anything?
Yeah, I see it. Go check it out. BB-8, what do you got?
There appear to be a number of small craft heading our way. Raise the shields.
We got company. First Order TIE fighters. Reroute! Reroute! Red 2, Blue 5, we gotta kill the path so transport can make the jump. They're all over us! I'm hit!
We lost Red 2, more incoming! Blue 5 taking evasive action!
Try to strike him, Blue!
I'm trying, but...
We lost Blue 5! I'm gonna try to drive him away!
Copy that. Get us clear so we can make the jump.
Be ready, you won't have much time!
Where are all those TIE fighters coming from?
Get there! More than that.
Star Destroyers.
Get out of there!
We can't. We're caught in a tractor beam. It's pulling us in.
It's a front to make us a fair fight. Don't worry, I'll come back for you. Stay strong.
Cargo vessel TR-141, identify yourselves. Prepare to be boarded.
This is TR-141. We are a civilian vessel. By whose authority are we being detained?
By the authority of the First Order, Resistance scum. Now bring down your shields and prepare to be boarded.
Little quick, get out there.
They'll want the location of our secret base. Tell them nothing. The future of the Resistance is at stake.
Alright, y'all, I just rode Star Wars Rise of the Resistance, and that is truly an amazing Disney ride, in my opinion. One of my favorites, and I'd say one of my favorites at this park. I'm glad I've gone to do it at both Hollywood Studios and now at Disneyland Park. Adiana, what'd you think of your first?
That was an awesome ride, especially for my first time. I love Star Wars, and I just really appreciated everything about it.
Right, it truly is an immersive experience, and I just love it. All right, now getting in line for Roger Rabbit's cartoon ride. I've seen the movie once before, pretty good movie. I've ridden this ride a couple times before. This is Adiana's first time on it. Are you excited for this ride? Let's go. Just rode Roger Rabbit, and that was a lot of fun because you get to spin around your ride vehicle, so you can have a pretty wild ride on that if you want. What'd you think of that ride?
I liked how chaotic, wonky, and whimsical that it was. It reminded me a lot of Alice in Wonderland. I liked it.
Yeah, for sure. There was a lot of goofy, cartoony theming, and it was just pretty a silly experience in my opinion. All right, now we're in the Fantasyland part of the park, which I think is like the main like classic Disney area of the park. Would you say you like the Fantasyland area a lot?
This is the Fantasyland, right?
Right.
Yeah, I definitely like the wonky, like cartoony world too.
Oh, the last one we were in was Toontown.
Yeah.
But here there's still a lot of like whimsical, like it's like the classic Disney films, kind of like it's like that vibe sort of.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Really cool.
for sure.
Yeah.
Now for this, I believe it's a California exclusive, Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. I hear this used to be at the Florida park, but apparently it's been removed. So pretty cool that this classic is still around.
Try to drive more carefully than Toad. Sit down. We have written more protocol.
All right, y'all, just rode Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. It's a very whimsical, cartoony ride, in my opinion. A pretty silly ride. Not a big fan of the ending, and it is very humid in the room, sort of where it ends. Otherwise, a pretty fun little dark ride. Adiana, what'd you think of that ride?
I thought it was a fun little dark ride. Got a little humid in one spot, a little sticky.
Yeah, for sure. Apparently, you can walk through the Sleeping Beauty Castle, which is really nice and really cool. I actually really like this Disney castle, even though it's a lot smaller than the Florida one. Now I'm about to ride this fun interactive ride here, Star Wars Smuggler's Run. This is an exciting ride that I enjoy, so I'm looking forward to this.
I have an opportunity for you all that is bad, dangerous. I was going to say profitable. You think I'm so heartless I would send my friends into danger?
We're golden, I think. Just rode Smuggler's Run, and that was a fun ride as usual. I got to be the pilot this time. I was controlling the up and down. I did find it to be a little finicky. Like sometimes I would be perfectly like on the right height, and then sometimes it would be hard not to like hit certain things going up and down. But it was a lot of fun for sure. What do you think about that ride?
I agree with you. It was finicky. Like as a pilot, like I would turn left and it would start wobbling like left and right. I was trying to get a line, but I think it was overall really fun.
Yeah, for sure. Usually I'm the engineer on the coaster, or on the ride, I think. Still a fun ride, nevertheless.
Yeah.
I ride the spinning teacups. I like how it's like outdoors here. Like it's like more like sort of out in the open. Alright, just rode the teacups right here. I wouldn't be surprised if it's like the original spinning teacups ride. But I will say, I didn't feel like it went fast enough. Or maybe it was just us. I feel like usually I go a lot faster. Like it's a much more crazy experience on teacup rides. And I mean, it did make me a little dizzy. It still spin pretty fast. But I feel like it could have gone faster. What'd you think of that?
The same thing.
Yeah, basically. Alright, now I'm gonna ride Star Tours. The adventures continue. It's a fun little motion simulator ride.
Quite beyond me. But I'm certain you'll have a wonderful flight. I feel it really quite lovely.
Alright, y'all, so I apologize for a bit of a severe lack of footage. My phone had some pretty low battery for kind of the end of the park visit, so I wasn't able to vlog much. Like, my phone battery's been draining a lot. But basically, my last few rides I got were, there was this like train ride, like this little train ride. I forget what it's called.
Storytime.
It was like the storybook circus train. So that provided a nice little view, and it was definitely a little bit of an underrated like chill attraction. Then I rode Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, which in my opinion, like I feel like it's kind of better here. I hear it's not as fast, but like I feel like it's like smoother here sort of. And I just got a ride on Space Mountain. I think Space Mountain here at Disneyland is far superior to the one in Magic Kingdom. I mean, you could argue that the one in Magic Kingdom is more thrilling because of like the single row seating and because of the slight bit of jankiness, but I like how this ride is smooth while also having like still that sense of speed, even though in terms of a coaster you're really not going that fast, but it feels really fast. And I love like the immersiveness with like the soundtrack. I feel like there's more effort into the theming on like this version of the ride in terms of like the ride experience. Anyway, I think we're actually gonna sneak one little last ride here because Buzz Lightyear Astro Blasters is actually a very short wait and the park is about to close. So this will actually end up being my last ride. Here's the ride.
Squeeze every last bit of fun out of this place.
That's right.
Scott Command picked a fine time to send in new recruits. All right, you junior space rangers, listen up. Zurg is using the stolen battery cells to energize his secret weapon. Our mission is to find his robot, his secret weapon, and fly.
Alright, y'all, just got my final ride of the day on Buzz Lightyear's Astro Blasters, and that's pretty fun shooter ride, but it is a lot different from the Magic Kingdom one in my opinion. The weapons are different in it, the Z buttons are kind of different, so yeah. Ariana, I did want to ask, like, what do you think of the last few rides we rode here today?
I thought they were very fun, very chill, and I loved Space Mountain and Thunder Mountain. Those two are my favorite.
Yeah, I definitely have to agree. I love those two coasters, even though they're both family coasters. In my opinion, there are a couple of great family coasters here at Disney. Overall, I really enjoyed my stay here at Disneyland, and Disneyland Park is an awesome Disney park in my opinion. There's just so much to Disneyland Park. The best I can compare it to is it's the original Disney park. It reminds me of Magic Kingdom, but it's like better than that because there's more. I feel like there's more to offer here in terms of like rides and experiences. Some of my favorite rides here are like Indiana Jones, Space Mountain, Thunder Mountain, Rise of the Resistance. Like those are some great rides. Ariana, what do you think of our like couple of days here at the Disneyland Resort and visiting a couple of these parks for the first time?
I thought it was an awesome experience. I really enjoyed every part of it, and maybe I'll go back to Florida's Disneyland soon, Disney World.
Yeah, for sure, that would be awesome. So anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I apologize if there's hasn't been as much footage in this vlog as my typical vlogs. My phone battery's been draining a lot lately. So anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Be sure to turn on post notifications to get notified of my newest and latest uploads. See y'all in the next video. Bye guys.